Welcome to The American Dream, a show now airing in over 50 cities across the country. We're heading to Texas, Arizona, California, and of course, your local neighborhood. We're approaching the end of January, hoping that everyone is kept to their New Year's resolutions to be happier, healthier, and maybe just a little bit wealthier.
Meet that new thing.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
This week's show is about the wealth of health, but stay tuned because first we hear from a real estate professional in your city. Let's listen to what they have to share this week.
Hi, it's Karen Arbutine with Remax Central Realty. Today I want to introduce to you a very special guest, Toby Moyle with Life is a Ladder. She's an international speaker and coach, and she's got some really great ideas to share with us today.
But ask yourself, is it specific? Is that goal very specific? Is it measurable? Is it actionable? That's the A, the SMART. Is it realistic? And then the T is it timely.
Toby Moyle is a national motivational speaker and business coach. After a long career in the banking industry, Toby wanted to share these strategies that she used to be successful with the masses. Her life was profoundly changed by thought leaders such as Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn, and she now pays valuable lessons forward. Her company, Life is a Ladder, coaches, trains, and mentors professionals from the individual that owns a small business to teams of leaders within large corporations. So Toby, how did you become a motivational speaker and business coach?
Well, after 20 years in corporate America, I discovered that mindset and attitude of employees and leaders and really just working on your own personal development were really important topics in the employment in the corporate field, but yet they were topics that really weren't talked about very often. So I decided to go out into the masses and talk about those things that really separate the average companies from the achievers.
I see. And do you coach more businesses or individual clients?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I speak to audiences both large and small, but when it comes to the actual coaching, I really work with individuals on a one-on-one basis so I can work with them on their specific issues.
Right. And do you see a common thread between successful businesses that you coach and individuals?
Yes, absolutely. So one of my favorite quotes is, "Success leaves clues." And so after working with so many different companies and so many different leaders, you really see, common veins, common denominators of those high achievers that have consistent success. And one of those things that really separates those people is their commitment to learning, to personal development. The theory that you want to be better today than you were yesterday. You see that in all successful companies. And another thing that you see that's a common denominator is, really giving back to their communities and really taking great care of their customers. That's something that is, I believe, attributes to your consistent success, is that you really care about your customers and you go above and beyond. You don't just give an average experience, but you give an excellent experience. And that really does well for everyone. So not only your customer gets a great experience, but then they want to go out into the field and share with their friends and their family and send you referrals.
Sure. And I know you do give back to the community, as you touched on. How do you use your platform to do that?
Yeah, so at Life is a Ladder, my coaching firm, we give back by working with nonprofit youth groups. We also work with high schools to work with young adults to really set them on that chart for their own success in their careers. So we love to volunteer and help those young adults.
That's great. And I wanted to ask you, going forward, 2020 is right around the corner. What would you say to the audience watching American Dream for some tips or nuggets that they could share?
Yeah, well, there's so many things that we can all do to improve, but a couple things that really stand out that are really relevant for this time is, one, whether you're a business individual professional, individual contributor, or you're a leader or a small business owner, having an online presence is paramount. Making sure that your name is out there and that your reputation is great in the marketplace, that's really important. And then another thing is just having a business plan. You know, 90% of business owners don't have an actual written business plan, which is really kind of crazy to think of.
That is.
But yeah, having your goals written out and then having a business plan on steps and actions and activities on how you're going to achieve those goals is really important.
I see. And if someone wanted to reach you moving forward or hire you, how would they do that?
Yeah, so the best way to find me is at www.lifeisaladder.com.
Well, thank you so much for sharing these wonderful ideas, and we look forward to seeing you next year in the new year and have many, many successes.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed that last story, but there's still so much to see in this week's episode. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming up next.
Hey everybody, Paul Young here. At Young Real Estate, we help people buy and sell real estate every day. We also work with a lot of investors. What do I mean by investors? People that flip homes for a living, or even buy and hold that are looking for cash flow and equity buildup. Now, we actually just hired 2 realtors this month that do that as a profession. One of them I've been working with for years, asked me for advice on which properties to buy and sell and how much you could sell them for. Now, they chose us because they knew that we could take their game to the next level. Now, we're flipping a house in this neighborhood right now. Let me just show you guys so we can all check it out. Now, the first rule in real estate is location. Everybody always says that, location, location, location. Now, the 3 other factors you really need to concentrate on is the condition of the property, how much it's going to take you to get it into the right condition, and then at what price it would sell for once it is in the right condition. And the 4th factor is marketing. It needs to be top-notch, that's for sure. When purchasing a property, it's important to first get all your ducks in a row. Now, what does that mean? Are you going to buy this property cash or financing? And even what kind of financing? This one I'm about to show you is actually just bought cash for $300,000, and once it's done, we're going to sell it for at least $450,000, and that's a pretty healthy margin. When buying real estate, you got to think with your head, not your heart. One thing to consider is an ARV, which is short for after repair value. Now, when you're thinking about the repairs, you got to think about how long it's going to take, how much it's going to cost you to do everything, your return on investment, and if it's for an investment property, there's a cap rate, a vacancy, and how long it's going to take from you to go from purchasing the home to having somebody living in it, renting it out, and giving you cash flow so you can start to build up that equity. Now, figuring out if a property is a potential purchase for you can be somewhat complicated. It's not as simple as just looking at the sales price and what some of the comparable homes have sold for per square foot. There's a lot to consider. The lot size, the floor plan, the bedroom size, and other major factors like the electrical, roof and AC, even the plumbing. And also, once this house is renovated, you need to make sure it's renovated at a price that will appraise. Even the style of the home can be a factor. This all needs to line up correctly because you don't want the property to sit on the market once it's done, because that'll just raise your overhead and cut into your net profits. 2 areas of a home that you can put in money and have a good assurance that you're going to get this money back is in the kitchen and bathrooms. Those are 2 areas where everybody wants to be upgraded, nice, and in good condition. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the show. Now, if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, you can go to youngrealestate.com or give us a call, 407-633-HOME. This property in particular, once it's done, I'm going to shoot here again so you guys can see what it looks like at the end. I hope you learned a little bit from the show, and we'll catch you guys next time.
hope you enjoyed hearing from your local professionals. Up next, we head to the Texas Hill Country to check out a home that has plenty of self-sustainability for healthy living. Let's go meet Bobby Cortez.
All right, guys, welcome to 6777 Bear Creek Road over in Pipe Creek. Now, Pipe Creek is just 30 minutes north of San Antonio in the Texas Hill Country. Population is only about 9,000 people. So if you're looking for some peace and quiet, I promise you it doesn't get more quiet than Pipe Creek. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing my lumberjack shirt, which can only mean one thing. We're in a ranch. The ranch is actually a 77-acre ranch with a 2,800 square foot main house. There was also some detached quarters, a shooting range, animals, we got it all. So let's take a quick view of this property. Let's check it out. Come on. So here we are in the main house. Just because you're in a ranch in the country doesn't mean that you got to give up amenities. This has everything you would want in a home and even more. Very open floor plan, beautiful finishes. Let's check it out. All right, guys, here we are in the main house. As you can see, it's a very open floor plan. You have the high ceilings, the saltillo tile, the completely renovated and updated kitchen. You can see all the cabinet doors, the large island kitchen, brand new appliances, double oven. This is really perfect for large gatherings or cooking for large families. Let's go through the house. There's a wraparound porch. There's a lot more to see outside. Let's take a look. We are outside of the house. What's a ranch house without a wraparound porch? It's perfect for that morning coffee or even drinking wine at night. There's so much the outdoors have to offer out here, so let's take a look at it. Here we are at the fire pit, and fire pits are staple of the hill country. It's really a throwback to the chuck wagon days. Plenty of space for animals, right? It even comes with its natural alarm clock. There's no need to drive to town for eggs. You got them right here. So to go with your eggs, you also have your own garden where you can grow your own spices, your own fruit, your own vegetables. Perfect for your morning omelets. So even though the main house has 4 bedrooms, sleeps plenty of people, for those really large events or large gatherings, you have a detached cabin that sleeps an extra 6 people, even has its own bathroom. So 77 acres, there's a ton to do here. There's multiple feeders. They have a wildlife exemption, tons of wildlife. So for a shot at this place, give us a call. Call me on my cell phone, 210-454-8806. Oh, and by the way, it even comes with its own shooting range.
We all know that locally grown organic produce is the way to go when trying to live long and healthy. So on that note, we hear from John Little next as he shows us an organic produce farm in East Austin.
Shelby Lapine here with Priority Settlement Group of Texas, and I'm here today with John Little at one of his amazing listings right next to the airport. We're over here in East Austin, and this actually was the second location to Johnson's Backyard Garden. So this is a really unique listing that John Little has. Let's get with him and have him tell us a little bit more about this property.
Hi, I'm John Little. We're out at 9515 Hergotts Lane. It's located between the airport and downtown off of 183 and close to 71. It's a commercial property, just a little bit short of 20 acres. It's owned by Johnson's Backyard Gardens. He has outgrown this facility, but he's still using it to clean his vegetables, basically a warehouse facility with a few other improvements. The cool thing about this property is it's unrestricted and it's fantastic location. We're in a 100-year-old oak grove. Back here we've got 10 acres of organic fields for farming and still the facilities up front that you could run a business off of. Multi-use, unrestricted, great location. All right, folks, as we said, we're out at the new facility. The other property we were just at is we're selling it, and I'm out here with Britton Johnson with Johnson's Backyard Gardens. So exactly what qualifies or what is organic farming?
Well, organic farming is growing food naturally. You know, I started out wanting to provide for my family. I wasn't thinking about being a farmer, and I wanted to grow healthy food without any kind of chemical fertilizers or pesticides. With the culture that we have in Austin, our customers demand healthy, locally grown organic produce.
Wow. Well, obviously you can tell we're in a greenhouse, and where they're growing sweet onions.
Yeah,
if you were here, you could smell them. But what other vegetables, idea, what all do you grow out here?
Well, we grow over 200 different varieties of vegetables. We're planting the tomatoes, all the different heirloom variety tomatoes we're gonna grow, the cherry tomatoes, all of our sweet peppers, our eggplants, our watermelons. That's what we're planning for to get started in the greenhouse right now. One thing else that we do that I think is really nice for people in Austin is that we have a spring transplant sale. We invite our customers to come out to our greenhouse, and we sell transplants for people to start in their garden at home. The end of February and the first part of March is when you want to get your garden started in your backyard, and we go ahead and provide certified organic transplants for people in Austin and invite them to come out and see the farm. And it's a labor of love. It's a lot of hard work, but you know, when you're doing something that you feel like you're really contributing and doing good work, you look forward to coming to work every day.
Well, Brenton, we appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Up next, we head to Arizona to learn how they gather precious water from nearby mountains and some tips to maintain a thriving community. We'll hear about locally sourced water up next from Lloyd Fox.
Have you ever wondered how nearly 5 million people survive in the middle of a desert? Here in the Valley of the Sun, it's this wonderful resource that we don't get a lot of here. It's called water. Today's a rainy day. Next thing you know, we're going to be calling it a dry rain here in the middle of the desert. But the bottom line is, how do we take such a precious and scarce commodity in the state that we live in and not only survive, but thrive? I'm Lloyd Fox, Long Realty, the Fox Group, and today we're going to answer those questions. How do we capture all this water? How do we move it through the valley? Salt River Project, SRP, has over 130 miles of canals like this. These canals are like arteries and veins running through our entire Valley of the Sun, bringing us water every single day. These are the places that I love to ride a bike, I love to walk, run. You'll see people along them all day long. We are able to harness all the water that comes in off the mountains that are all over this beautiful city. We have a very different climate to the north. We capture the snow and we run it, all that water that comes off of those mountains, about 150 miles, to right here where it's needed most. And then it becomes about use. When you think about use, it really boils down to us. You, me, everyone in the community. A couple of tips for homeowners. Number one, make sure you're always keeping track of whether you have leaks. The less water you can use, the better off we're all gonna be. But more importantly, just be mindful of this resource, this precious resource that we have, that to much of the world is something that they never get to experience. Water of convenience, water of cleanliness, water of drinkability. Let's go take a look at a house. Welcome to one of my favorite areas in the entire valley, North Central Phoenix. Pricing pressure continues to push up here because as the valley expands, the population grows, people want to get into the center of town. And this is a fabulous part of the entire valley. This particular place that we're going to take a look at today, a little over 2,000 square feet, quarter of an acre, but wait until you hear about some of the other features inside. Some of the things you're truly going to love about this place. Number one, they went way beyond the cosmetics. Not only are all the floors updated and look fantastic, but the things that you don't normally think about and don't normally see are the other hidden gems here. All the HVAC system and the ductwork has been completely replaced, maximizing the efficiency. The air handler has moved from downstairs up into the attic space, much quieter. The other key is all the windows. When you go to buy an old home, a lot of times the efficiency in the old windows loses everything. These are all dual pane, and there's much more in the backyard. Heated pool, heated spa, year-round entertainment. You know, if you're gonna have a pool or a spa here in the Valley of the Sun, why not be able to take advantage of it year-round? So thanks for joining me here today. Lovely house, North Central Phoenix. And like I said earlier, if we all act responsibly with our main resource, water, these neighborhoods will continue to flourish forever. Thank you so much. Lloyd Fox, Long Realty, The Fox Group.
Last but certainly not least, let's hear from Ryan Schramm in Orange County as he shares the benefits of outdoor walking and hiking in a beautiful outdoor landscape.
Hey everybody, it's Ryan Schramm. Today I'm here with my beautiful wife, Courtney, and we're standing at a place that's near and dear to both of our hearts. This is Calafia Park, and we used to exercise here and go walk the San Clemente Beach Trail, watch sunsets out here, and we're gonna be exploring today this thing that doctors say about walking. They say that walking can literally improve your mood, enhance brain chemistry, and improve your overall well-being. And in San Clemente, we're lucky enough to have 5 trail networks that span the coast, the canyons, and our hillsides and ridgelines. And we're gonna take you on an exclusive look at these trails today. So why don't you join us as we go check them out? Let's go. I love that smell. Desert sage, it just rained. This is one of my favorite spots because you've got the desert landscape, that smell mixing with the salt air. It's really the desert meets the sea and San Clemente State Park behind me. That's why I love this spot. So enough about my nostalgics and sense of smell. Why don't we go check out the beach trail? Let's go. So now we're on the San Clemente Beach Trail. This trail is 2.5 miles long. We're starting at the southernmost end and we're gonna take it north. And there's some really cool stops along the way. You've got San Clemente Pier. You can stop off for coffee or ice cream while you're there. Babe, what's one of your favorite spots on the trail?
I love when we start walking over the bridge towards North Beach and you can see the water to your left.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty spot.
We have seen some beautiful sunsets there. It's a good spot to bring your dog, or you can even ride a mountain bike on the trail. I think there was a guy on a mountain bike that just passed us, so tons of opportunity on the San Clemente Beach Trail, and just an overall great place to come after work and, like we talked about earlier, enhance your mood. So I hope you guys enjoy the San Clemente Beach Trail. All right, so we left the beach and we came up here to one of San Clemente's highest streets, Salvador. And behind us here is the Rancho San Clemente Ridgeline Trail. I told you guys that we've got ocean, ridgeline, and canyon trails. This one's a little bit more of a hike, so we're gonna go hike that first incline and we'll meet you guys at the top. Let's go. Whew. Did I mention that this was a steep incline? I think I'm gonna take a little halfway break right here and enjoy the view of Dana Point Harbor behind me.
Let's go, babe.
That's usually how it goes. She's kicking my butt. All right, back to it. All right, so now we're at the top of the San Clemente Ridgeline Trail. How you feeling?
Amazing.
Yeah, not too winded?
Nope, 100%.
Good, you're doing better than me. Anyways, this is a really cool lookout spot. Behind me, Dana Point Harbor, all the hills of San Clemente, Dana Point, and San Juan. Behind the camera, San Diego, La Jolla, Point Loma, 360-degree views. And from here, you can take this trail and go to Nob Hill, which is a really cool lookout point, central location in San Clemente. You can go to the dog park, walk your dog there, or take your mountain bike and hit some incredible single-track mountain bike trails. And we've been graced by a presence of the most beautiful rainbow. It's setting out over Camp Pendleton. Just an absolutely gorgeous view up here on top of this trail. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today we looked at 2 of the 5 San Clemente trails, the Beach Trail and the Ridgeline Trail. And I think it's pretty safe to say we proved the fact that 10 minutes of walking a day improves your overall well-being. I'm feeling great. I got some endorphins kicking in. How are you feeling?
Great.
Awesome. So if you guys have any questions, there are 3 more trails that you can check out. Text me, call me. I'd love to point you guys in the right direction of where you can enjoy all that San Clemente has to offer. And I'll look forward to seeing you on my next episode. Take care.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream, and hope you saw something new and entertaining. This year is going to be bigger than last. We've got some pretty cool stories and big changes on the way. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and thank you so much for watching.